So let me ask you guys a question. Is Nintendo getting greedy? Let me know what you guys think about that topic down in the comment section below, because honestly, recently, ever since the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal, it kinda does feel like that. Hey guys, it's Rob here and welcome back to another video. So in this video, we are going to talk about some things that Nintendo has been doing recently that I don't really like. And not just me, but a lot of people have been talking about a lot of these things online, certain prices, different things Nintendo did during the Nintendo Direct, things they didn't do, and overall, just the current conversation around how Nintendo is handling different prices and other things when it comes to the Nintendo Switch 2. We talked a bit about this in the last video, but just covered it a bit, so I want to go more in depth on my thoughts and overall just my feelings on what Nintendo is doing with different prices. Is it even worth buying these things? Could they do things differently? Could they do things better? Stuff like that. Essentially, we're gonna criticize Nintendo in this video. If you guys enjoy seeing Nintendo get flamed, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and of course leave a like if you enjoyed this video or dislike if you disagree with my opinions. Let's discuss it down in the comment section below, because I know a lot of you guys do have opinions on multiple things on these topics. Things like the price of the Amiibos, or the Nintendo Switch online service with the $100 attachment for the Virtual Boy. Do we even need Virtual Boy? Do we want Virtual Boy? Personally, me, no, but we'll get into that later in the video. The first thing I really want to talk about real quick is the Super Mario 40th anniversary. It kind of feels to me that they're kind of being lazy with this. I feel like they didn't really do much for the anniversary. Yes, we did get the Mario Galaxy games, but even then, those didn't really seem to have too much of a substantial upgrade. Not something on the level of like Metroid Prime 1. Considering that these games are going to cost $40 each separately or $70 together, it doesn't really make a lot of sense as to why this hasn't received a bigger upgrade compared to other past remasters and remakes and stuff along those lines when it comes to even just stuff outside of the Nintendo Switch 2. Again, just like the Mario 35th anniversary stuff, I think they should have been doing better for the price that they're asking. And next up, I really don't like what they were doing with the Nintendo Switch online service. I mean, they already increased the price for that in some places, and they already are charging for that. We should be able to play it. We shouldn't need some kind of thing to attach to our Nintendo Switch to play that. I mean, is there really any reason why they couldn't update it to where it's only showing one part of the screen so you can play it without the virtual accessory? As far as I know, you can't do that. We're already paying for the service online. We should be able to access that the way that we can without having to spend $100, or I think it's $25 for the cardboard box one. And on that note, $100 is just overpriced at the same time. Again, it seems really like Nintendo is pricing a lot of their things a lot higher than they should, in my personal opinion anyways. The next thing I didn't really like really has to do with Game Freak more than Nintendo, though if Nintendo has any responsibility in this, I think it's their fault as well. The Pokémon DLC, why are you showing this DLC when the game isn't even out yet? Why is it $30? Why isn't this just part of the end game for Pokemon Legends ZA, right? Now, I don't know how development works on games. I don't know that whole process, but in my personal opinion, I'd like to think that developers should be making their DLCs after the game is made, or at the very least near the end of development, and at the very least having something to show for when they do say, hey, there's gonna be DLC for this game. I mean, they straight up just showed the DLC and didn't even give any gameplay. I don't know, that kind of feels just kind of icky to me, you know what I mean? And here's the thing, the truth of it is, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, they probably know that people are gonna buy it. They know that the general audience doesn't even know that it was revealed at the Nintendo Direct, because keep in mind that Pokemon is a pretty big franchise, and like little Johnny down the road who's getting a, I don't know, Nintendo eShop card from their mother or father or family or what have you for Christmas, and then they're gonna go on the eShop and buy it. They're not even gonna think twice about what they're doing, and I think they know that, and I think they know that they can get rid of it, or not, I don't know why I said rid of it. They know that they can get away with it, which again feels really icky and scummy. Again, I think DLC should be either announced after the release, or at the very least be more open with the development of that DLC and tell you exactly when it was developed. Because if it's near the end of development and they had like an idea as they're developing the game, you know, it would be cool if we did this, that, and that. I think that's not too much of a problem. Again, I don't know how development works. Maybe there's something in development that makes them do DLC during the development. Who knows? But as far as a consumer, I don't like it. Next up, the Amiibos for Kirby Air Riders. Why is this $50? I understand that they did increase the price of a lot of the Amiibos, but I mean, $50? That's a lot of money. That's a whole game, or what used to be a whole game. I mean, in some cases, it is a whole game. Heck, Silk Song is $20. Like I said in my Nintendo Direct video, I kind of think that Nintendo sees them as two separate amiibos, so you're kind of getting two at the same time. And I think that's why they're thinking, oh, well, let's just charge $50 for it. I just don't think it should be that much. I don't care what they do with the amiibo. I don't care how big it is. I don't care what it has to do with any other game. It should not be $50. It should not be close to a full game. And speaking of full games and just games in general, I came across a pretty interesting post, and this does have to do with the Super Mario 40th anniversary with Galaxy 1 and 2, and it really had me thinking how the heck Nintendo's going up while pricing a lot of different games. So PJ Eagles _ over on Twitter says they really said this and then priced 2 ports of Wii games at $70. Now he has the quote from Doug Bowser. He says, "What you see right there is variable pricing. We'll look at each game, really look at the development that's gone into the game, the breadth and depth of gameplay, if you will, the durability over time, and repeatability of gameplay experiences. Those are all factors, and there's so many more that go into consideration of what is the right price point for the game. So I think you can anticipate that there will be variable pricing, and we haven't set a benchmark." So what's the difference between Tears of the Kingdom and the port for these two games? It really doesn't seem like there is a difference. And then you add the Mario Tennis game in there as well, and you're looking at very different games and very different time spans between like the last game, or if it's like a remake or a remaster. It seems like it's all over the place. You look at Metroid Prime 1 compared to the Mario Galaxy games. That one obviously has more extensive work compared to the Mario Galaxy games, yet that was cheaper than the Mario Galaxy games. I don't get what the point is. It seems like Nintendo is seeing that they're on top right now and they can do and I guess get away with whatever they want. It seems like it just keeps getting worse and worse. It seems like every single new Nintendo Direct we get things like this where the price point is just really bad. And those are just some of my opinions on some of the stuff that kind of irked me in the Nintendo Direct. I wanted to make a video specifically for that. I know a lot of people are talking about this online, so if you guys have any problems with what Nintendo is doing recently, even if it doesn't have to do with the stuff that happened recently at the Nintendo Direct, put it down in the comment section below and let's discuss it. And with that being said, at the end of the day, just keep in mind, we're just talking about games. You know, it's not the end of the world when Nintendo is pricing these things. It's not like it's like food, which actually that's getting more expensive too. Man, this is just depressing. This is a very depressing video, but you guys know what I mean. It's not the end of the world. It's just games, right? If Nintendo really wants to go down a path where they keep increasing the price, players are just gonna eventually opt out. So if they end up not bankrupt, obviously, but if they see their sales dip, they really got nothing but themselves to blame, right? If you guys ended up enjoying this video, I usually don't do videos specifically for criticizing Nintendo. Usually that is within like the news videos and the Nintendo Direct videos that I do. But I thought I'd share my more in-depth thoughts on this in this video. Let me know if you guys enjoy this type of video, and of course subscribe to the channel and leave a like or dislike. Maybe you hate what I said. I know there are some people who don't like when people criticize Nintendo. And as always guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.